And Hi, I'm Joleen Lunzer.
And I'm Sarah Atwood.
We're YouTubers.
We're entertainment and pop culture fanatics.
But most importantly, we're friends.
Good Pop is a weekly podcast where we chat about pop culture, entertainment, life, and share some good news stories.
Because right now, we could all use some good in our lives.
So sit back, relax, and get some of this good pop.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Good Pop Podcast. I am one of your hosts, Joleen Lunzer Hernandez, and I am here with my two co-hosts today. Co-hosts, please introduce yourselves.
Oh my gosh. Hi, you guys. It's me, Sarah, as usual. And with me is my mom. It's Mama Bev, y'all.
Hello. Mama Bev, it feels like a celebrity because if you guys join us every week, you know Mama Bev's in the chat. Mama Bev's bringing us the astrology knowledge, everything that I've been learning so much. And now you're here and you two are so cute together. I'm obsessed.
Thank you. Thank you. This is my adorable mom. We're very excited to have her here. She's been looking at Joleen's chart. She's actually been looking at my chart for evers. So we wanted to expand her Mama Bev Astrology Minute, and she's going to talk quite a bit about the real Joleen and Sarah, basically.
Ooh.
Is how we're going to break it down.
I am so excited, you guys. I've been calling my mom today. She hasn't answered yet. And texting her being like, Nana, you have to join because Mama Bev is going to tell you why I am the way I am. You'll have so much more understanding.
Yeah. Nana's going to be like, yep. Mm-hmm,
yes. Because Nana's a Scorpio, you know.
Oh, what a connection.
Yeah. So she can't let go of stuff. So, you know.
Including her daughter, probably.
No, we're not this. We're this, not this, this.
Yep.
So you guys, welcome. I can't wait to get into this. First things first, just a couple things. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Give it a thumbs up for Mama Bev joining us live on the Good Pop Podcast. Also, a link below for Nerdtainment. Make sure you're subbed if you're not already subbed. Sarah's channel. She's got great stuff. Do you have a game show coming out tomorrow?
Yeah, we got a sight unseen tomorrow.
I swear, I see it. This is going to be a thing. Like, this is going to sell. A production company is going to pick this up, and you guys are going to go. Okay.
Douglas would be very excited about that.
It's so well done, and it's so fun to play, and it's unlike anything I've seen before. So I'm just putting it out there. So yeah, make sure you guys do that. Leave your comments, thoughts, dreams, hopes in the chat here. Yes, everyone's excited, Mama Bev. Faith says, Queen Bev, celebrity appearance. Yes. Tammy's like, is that Mama Bev? Like, people are freaking out.
Yes.
How fun.
Mama Bev, you have stans already. Do you know what a stan is?
Oh, yeah. A stan is a hardcore fan.
Ooh.
Yeah. They don't just fan you, they stan you, Mama Bev. Seth, yes. Okay. So without further ado, you guys, we are going to be diving in to tons of astrology, like Sarah said. So let's just start the journey. I'm so excited.
All right. Well, so I'm gonna kind of set us up here and guide Mom into this.
Yeah.
So astrologically, we have a whole chart, which is where everything, and jump in here if I'm saying it wrong, but it's where everything was at the moment we were born.
And place.
Right. So it's where the sun was, where the moon was, all of that jazz when we were born. That puts it all together for us. Thank you, Robyn. I love that. You know that. So when you read your horoscope, when you say like Jolene's an Aquarius, that's just where the sun was when you were born. And that's just a piece of you. So sometimes you might read your horoscope and be like, that's not me.
That doesn't fit me.
Right. Because that's only an element of it. If you have your whole chart, you're going to see the whole picture. So we're going to break down some of the highlights. So let's start with Jolene's chart. We know she's a sun in Aquarius, Mom.
Yes.
What does that mean?
Well, that's all about friendship. When you started the show, you said, and we're more than that, we're friends when you mentioned Sarah. That is key to you. Friendship, being social, and not just it grows from there for an Aquarius. Groups of people, it gets larger and larger, communities, all the way to humanity. Aquarius is
they're very humanitarian.
All about humanity.
Now, an Aquarius is an air sign, Mom.
It's an air sign and very social.
It makes sense, Mama Bev, because my teachers were always like, "Be quiet, Jolene.
Yeah,
You're talking too much to your fellow classmates. You're disrupting them." I'm like, "But I'm fine. I'm getting the work done."
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
What do air signs though mean in general?
They're thinkers and they're talkers. It's actually an extroverted energy, not an introverted energy, although you do have some introverted energy as well.
Mm-hmm.
But this part of you is, let's get together and talk about it.
Yes.
And the technology, the internet gives you a chance, an opportunity to reach out there and touch, your tribe, your larger tribe, and to maybe reach all of humanity. That's very important to Aquarius. And your sun in Aquarius falls in your third house. That's an area of life, a house is. And that area of life is communication. So, which is an air sign. So you've got an air sign in the air house of Gemini and communication.
So she can't help it. She's just going to communicate.
Now, I do want to say that these are tools that you brought in with you to this lifetime. So, and there's no good or bad to it. It's just energy, how you use it.
Mm-hmm. So that's her sun. There's also houses. She just brought up houses. So we have 12 houses. It's in a shape of a wheel. That's your chart. Yeah. And each house
is an area of life.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's her sun. What is her moon?
Your moon, Jolene, is in Pisces.
Ooh,
that's water. Very different from air. So it's feeling oriented. Pisces are dreamers and highly intuitive and strong abilities to use your imagination. Mm-hmm. They're compassionate. They're very good listeners. So even though you're a talker, you will listen also.
Good.
Wonderful balance.
That's a great balance.
You've probably noticed that people want to talk to you. And you've probably even noticed that they will tell you things that or maybe more than you would ever ask for, or things you would think, "Oh, I wouldn't share that with anybody." But you're just so easy for people to talk to. They'll just tell you their personal innermost things. But that's your Pisces energy. Very compassionate. You want peace. Let's just live in harmony and peace. Still beautiful waters.
Someone else is a Pisces.
I'm a Pisces.
That's because me and Mama Bev, we connect.
Yeah.
The more Sarah tells me, I'm just like, oh my gosh, is Mama Bev my real mom? Like, what is going on?
So when I looked at your chart, I thought, no wonder. Yes, we are so connected. It's amazing.
Yes, amazing. Your moon is that's how she feels.
Yeah, your moon is your emotional self, your emotional needs. Mm-hmm. It's what you feel, and then for that feeling planet, it's really called a luminary when it's a moon or a sun, not a planet. But that's in a feelings sign in Pisces. So there's a lot of feelings going on for you.
Oh, I feel it, Mama Bev. I'm always feeling like I feel like I'm an empath or something. Sometimes it's too much. It's too much.
Anybody with that much water, you're very empathic. You feel it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, speaking of more water. Okay, so this is like the trifecta, what most people Or this is like the next step. So like we said, if you read your horoscope, it's just your sunset sign. But if you have your trifecta, which is your sun, your moon, and your rising, that's going to help inform a lot about you. So your rising sign
is Scorpio.
Oh,
we don't get much deeper than that. and your mom's a Scorpio. Isn't that interesting? And you're a rising Scorpio. Wow. Sarah's a Sagittarius, and I'm a rising Sagittarius. Isn't that interesting how you can see the connections there, the connector points?
Mm-hmm. That's so interesting. That is so could that be why my mom and I are so connected with one another?
Definitely. Wow. It'll always show up in a person's astrology chart. The mom, the dad, the siblings. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Because you're connected. There are connector points, just like spark plugs. If they're not connecting, it's not working.
Good point.
And Scorpio, those are deep feelings. Now, Pisces is feelings, but Scorpio, oh my gosh, you and your mom feel things to the core. I mean, it's intense. It's deep. You don't just feel it to the bone, you feel it to the bone marrow. This is why you cry.
Yeah, okay. I wanted an explanation of why I cry. And Mama Bev had my back last episode when I was trying to make Sarah cry, and then inadvertently I cried, and then she had to help me out of my crying. And Mama Bev said, Jolene, is with Scorpio, she feels things very strongly. So thank you, Mama Bev, for having me back there, because I was like, what is wrong with me?
The word is intense.
Yeah. Intense. Yes.
Mm-hmm. And again, empathic. If you're in a room and some other people are in there and somebody's very, very angry, you feel it.
Yes.
You're aware of it. Or if everybody's happy and getting along, you feel that. You're very empathic, and on a large scale as well.
Wow.
Society.
So with all of that water and that feeling, but her sun is in air. Oh, there's Nana.
My mom has joined the chat. Mom, we have Sarah's mom, Mama Bev, and she is reading my astrology. Look at Nana already left another comment. She said, hi, Mama Bev, Scorpios rule.
Feeling it. So Jolene's feeling all of this stuff intensely, but with the Aquarius, she needs to then talk about it. It sounds like.
Oh, yes. And that's a wonderful outlet. You can verbalize it. You don't just keep it all inside and let it fester. You express it. And you can relate to other people that are going through things. I think that's wonderful. But, one thing I want to mention, too, with the Aquarius is you're very eccentric.
Ooh,
you
really?
Like put a different wig on for every show?
Yeah. Outside the box. Can we say outside the box? Yes.
Yes.
And don't try to put me in a box,
That's my number one fear, Mama Bev, is feeling trapped. And I always tell my husband that if I feel stuck or trapped in anything, I want options. Like even when we go out to, like we're on a road trip and we have to stop and get something to drink. He's like, why'd you get 4 different beverages? I go, I like variety. I need options.
And you don't want anybody to tell you what to think or what to do. Aquarius is very,
it's a little rebellious.
Oh, the rebel. Hopefully a rebel with a cause, but yes. Yeah. Very rebellious. And, we're in the age of Aquarius, and that's what all this rebellion is about. It's very freedom oriented. Mm-hmm. I want the freedom to think for myself, make my decisions, decide for myself. And if anybody tells you no, I know you realize that you it's just, it's like the hair stands up on your back. You go, excuse-moi. No, and then, of course, that rising sign in Scorpio, you can feel it so intensely.
Oh, my gosh. I bet you my mom is loving this because she'll want to know why I was such a rebel. Because I was a little bit of a rebellious teen too. It's like, you can't tell me nothing. And even through my 20s.
Oh, yeah.
Eileen's already jumping in, telling you her stuff, but she's got to make it about her. Is that a Scorpio thing, Mama Bev, to make it about her?
Oh, yeah. It's very personal. With a Scorpio, it's very personal. In fact, you can take things personally. That doesn't serve you as well because you can feel the pain. And being the Pisces, I had to learn that. It's really meant for you to be able to read other people. You're sensing that energy and it tells you something about them. And so if you can use it that way, as opposed to thinking, wait, are they thinking I'm not good enough or something? You know, that's too much pain. We don't need to be inflicting ourselves with that.
Yeah, that's what I have to remind my mom a lot of times. She'll get like upset. Well, we share a lot of stuff about, and if like a friend, she feels like slighted or like she planned something and it didn't, someone and I'll go, it's okay. It's not about you. It's okay. You're good. So I think that's very interesting and true.
Insight about them, where they're coming from. Something went on with them. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now, talking about houses before, I've learned that the 10th house is in charge of career or is about career. And because Joleen and I are both career-oriented people, I wanted to see what is in her 10th house.
Yes. You have Saturn in your 10th house.
Okay.
Saturn rules Capricorn. In other words, Capricorn energy is linked with a planet, the sign Capricorn. It's also those traits and also the sign Saturn. So having Saturn there automatically gives you a connection with Sarah because she's a rising Capricorn.
Yay!
Capricorn, the same kinds of energies, and it's work. Serious. Let's get the task done. Let's get the job done. I'll work hard and long, whatever it takes to get the job done. Let's do it. Let's do the job. Take care of business.
That's so interesting because Sarah, like I found that I've collaborated obviously in Los Angeles. I'm sure Sarah has too, but in my experience, working with Sarah, she's one of my favorite people to work with because she's so driven and never drops the ball. And if anything is more organized, and I always thought of myself, even though I'm a little scattered and, the free-spirited eccentric, but I do have very, I want to get the task done and goals. And Sarah's, I feel like, even more so, which ups my game because she's so prepared. And so it's like a joy to work with Sarah.
Right. You appreciate that because you've got that Saturn energy, that Capricorn energy in your career. Your career depends on it. You want it. You want to be organized and get the job done. And your Saturn is in Virgo. That's an earth sign. But Virgo loves to be of service. It's very service oriented. You do this to reach out there and bring some kind of a service that's helpful to others. And you guys have that in common.
Yay.
Sarah has very strong Virgo energy as well. You guys, this is something you have in common, is that you are both seeking your larger family, your tribe. And the internet gives you that way of doing it. Because of all her Sagittarius, you guys both value your freedom. And you want to distribute this information over a large area. Hence, you both work on YouTube. And
we take over the world. We want to take over the internet.
We do tell each other that. I'll text Sarah, we're taking over the interwebs. Like we just
powerful, very powerful, both of you.
We both have we'll hustle for it. We'll put in the work. We don't expect it to just come to us. We both have that.
No, you work however much work it takes. You're glad to do it.
Yes.
Now, another house that is of interest is the 4th house, because that's your home.
Oh.
Yes.
She has Venus in her fourth house.
You have some Pisces in your fourth house, and you have Aries in your fourth house, and your Venus is in Aries. So what you enjoy, what you love, what you enjoy is that Aries energy. That tells me that you're good with change.
Oh, very good. Very good.
Scorpio part of you doesn't really want change.
That's Nana. She doesn't like change.
But your Venus in Aries, you enjoy it. And here's another connection you and I have, is that your Venus is at the exact same degree of Aries that my Venus is. And mine is in the fourth house too. I just thought, wow.
Mama Bev, we were right. We were meant to be best friends, I think.
Now, my mom, because of this change, loves to move the furniture around. Do you do that at all, Jolene?
Just okay. So we're staying in Palm Desert. Oh my God, this is so crazy. We just went back to our LA apartment to get our mail and stuff. And I go, Chell, we got to change it. So I made him, like, we didn't have the air on anything, change around the whole living room. Cause I go, this is going to feel so fresh and great when we do come back. Just like, and he goes, let's do it when we come back. I go, no, we got to do it now. We do it now. It's so freeing. Let's do it now.
One day I came home from school and she had just totally redone my bedroom furniture. And I got so angry because I do not move furniture, but she would change our furniture all the time. And we had to lay down a rule that she wasn't allowed to do my bedroom, but the rest of the house.
Yeah.
See, I would have loved that because I would have been like, you surprised me with change. And I love change, anything fresh and new. That's why I can't keep my hair the same. And every agent I've had has hated me for it because they're like, now you have to get new headshots. Now I can't, sell you as this type. And I'm like, I don't know, just sell me as fun.
You actually need it.
Yes.
You just can't have the same old all the time.
And so I would say it must not be surprising that she allowed an actual Aries into her home by marrying him.
Yes.
He just joined the chat. Chell, he's an Aries.
Yes, in the fourth house, the area of home. So yeah, in that industry. See how he connects and fits right in there.
That's crazy. Because before Chell, I was with a Gemini for like almost 10 years and I was in hell, Mama Bev. And so now this Aries came into my life then, and it just like everything started to come together and in place.
Yeah, because he likes change too. That works for him too.
Maybe not with the furniture, but he'll put up with it.
Yeah, he's a little more like, I want, something to, what's the word? Maybe not rely on, but stability, or not. And that might not be the right word, but you know what I mean. But I'm just like, let's change it.
Well, he may want to make his own changes rather than have you do it for him.
Good point, Mama Bev, because sometimes I do just take the reins and move stuff. And it's like, this is a team.
Because Sarah can handle change, but she'd rather make her own changes, not me make it for her.
Oh, wow. That's so interesting.
That's
true. Now, do you want to talk about her Mercury or anything else, Mom?
Well, I find that very interesting when your Mercury's in a different sign than your sun sign. Oh. That might be another reason why people look at their horoscope for their sun sign and they're thinking, well, I don't think that way at all, because Mercury represents your thinking process. And your thinking process is not Aquarius, it's Pisces.
Oh.
That tells me you think with your feelings. Yeah. Something's got to feel right.
That's so true, because even Sarah and I talk about this, because on Sarah's channel, like, we both cover Survivor. Sarah and David are so good at like the strategy of the game and making logical choices. And I'm like, that person's not kind or nice. So I'm going on the emotional side of it.
Exactly.
That's true.
Exactly. Yes. Sarah thinks like a fireball. Her Mercury is in Sagittarius, like her sun and her moon. Oh. She says one big fireball.
Yeah. Do you want to jump to me? So, like, when she's about to break me down, Jolene, we look on paper like complete opposites. So your air and water. and I am fire and earth.
Yes.
I'm the other two elements.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which you would go, oh, that's too different. They're not going to work. But see, air supports fire, and earth or feeds fire actually. So your air feeds her fire, and her earth supports your water.
Oh,
If you think of nature, how that works in nature, and so it brings a whole picture for the two of you guys. Now there, are differences, of course. Air and water, they don't work too well together, and fire and earth, they don't work together.
But we make it work.
Yes,
we
because
do make it work.
her air to feed her Sagittarius or fire, and she uses her Capricorn rising, that earth, and let's stay on task, let's get the job done, let's be organized. She kind of brings you back in.
Yes, she does.
Because it's so sad.
It's so true, because I'll go off and do like 2-hour lives, and Sarah's like, let's keep it, Jolene, to like, let's keep the points going. I'm like, but there's so many more things in the world we can discuss. But we're talking about this. Like, we're not talking about.
You're wanting to be friends with everybody and just be social. And Sarah's Capricorn part is saying, but we only have an hour. We have to work within a time frame.
That's so true. Oh my God.
Practical and very pragmatic. And
the other night when we were doing Big Brother Australia on Entertainment, and Jolene at the end of the show was getting me to talk about gossip. And we were talking about couples together and breaking up. And I'm like, okay, great. So good show. But my mom was explaining that you were like, so we're just chatting, guys.
Yes, that's
what my friend.
Yeah. And Sagittarius Capricorn over here was like, the goal of the show is this. So I don't understand your gossip. Like, that's how my brain works.
Yeah, and the fire says, let's keep it going. Let's keip burning. Let's move along. Yeah.
Sarah, I love that. That makes so much sense, because I do that a lot to Sarah. I'll also call her and be like, sometimes I'll be like gushy towards her, and we've talked about this before, where I'll be like, if you need anything, just call me. I love you. Whatever. And she's like, okay, gotta go. Okay, good job. I love you. Love you too. Bye. And I like am very, I'm just like, this makes sense now, because I'm just like, we're so close. And Sarah's like, we are, but not right now. Bye.
But to my defense,
and you don't need a defense,
because I'm heartless with no emotions. But I do lack the water that you have. So I don't feel things as deeply as Jolene.
Only for career. Sarah has some Scorpio energy in that career house. Her passion is all about the career, the job, let's stay on job, on task. But also Sarah has Cancer energy.
Oh, so that
is very water. Strong. That's water. Very family oriented. She'll worry about loved ones. Family.
This one, I worry about that
her
one.
Her sister.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sarah has a huge heart. I think. I'm just the type of person where if I'm going to work with you and be friends, I need every part. We just need to know everything, which can be annoying. I know. And I've had other people be like, I don't want to work with you because this is a lot.
Too much for people without strong Scorpio energy. Yeah.
So the Sagittarius and the Capricorn I have is about keeping that kind of stuff private, though.
Oh, very private. Yeah, Sarah is, she keeps so much private that the most communication she does is online. It has to do with work.
Yeah,
it's not with me or or relationships. I won't know anything. They went on a trip. They had a wonderful time. They did all kinds of things. How do I get all the info about it? because Douglas sent an email to his mother and Sarah forwarded it to me.
Sarah, that is hilarious. This dynamic is so funny because Mama Bev, I send Nana to the point where she's told me, you don't have to tell me everything. Because I'm like, and this, and she's like, I gotta go to bed. Like, this is a lot. Call a friend.
That's so funny.
I keep it all. Right
forward. That is so adorable. Like, oh, he explained it to his mom.
It was like, oh, this is a lovely Douglas. Good job. I'll just pass that on.
Thank goodness.
To people who know me. That sounds like a thing I should do.
That's so funny, Sarah.
But you both are very independent and intuitive. You kind of sense your way through things, you know. That's how both of you make your best decisions too, not with your head, but if it feels right. And that you both do have strong Virgo energy up there around the career area. And that's not only being of service, but it's also a very sensitive energy on what feels right. It's like, that's just not right. You know, it's not a rational head thing. It comes from what you feel. So you both have that. You have so many things that are different and so many things that connect. It makes for a very intriguing combo.
Yeah.
Great combo platter.
Aren't we intriguing?
We're so it's like it feels like all of our things that are different kind of balance out the relationship, whether it's working or personal. So that's kind of cool.
Support each other.
Very interesting.
So explain Sagittarius to them, because I'm strong Sag.
5 planets in Sagittarius. A little overloaded. They do like the truth, and they can just blurt it out. So over the years, Sarah had to learn to get an editor on board, you know, to kind of edit her thoughts before she said them. Because she loves the truth, so she assumes everybody else does too.
And whatever I think is the truth. That's how a Sagittarius thinks. Yeah. So I think it's just common knowledge, and I say it, and then people are like, you are so rude. And they don't think it was the truth.
And even if they know it's the truth, they didn't want to hear it.
Yeah, that's
you don't need to tell me that. You know.
Well, I think you've done a good job of having the kind of editor then, because I've never gotten the vibe from you that you know.
It helps when you have a sister tell you, you can't say these things. So after a while, you learn.
Yes.
I have to actually think before I speak.
And when she was a teenager, I would say to her, if you know, you're going to lose every friend you have if you keep doing that. They don't want to hear it. It is true.
That's hilarious.
We also have other good qualities.
Sagittarius is also freedom oriented, like your Aquarius. So again, with the Sagittarius, and even though it's a fire sign in your air, Aquarius is air, still neither one of you want to be told what to do or what to think. Very independent. That Sagittarius energy wants elbow room. Don't fence me in.
Yes.
And so, of course, she has to have a mate that lives with her. You know, anybody who's going to be a husband to Sarah has got to give her plenty of leeway to do her thing. You know.
Which, thank goodness, we found Douglas.
And Douglas is a rising Sagittarius, so
he gets it.
He gets it, yeah.
Now, my rising is Capricorn, and that's Earth.
And that's Douglas's sun sign.
Oh.
So, you know.
He and I are both a Sag Capricorn combo.
Yes.
So we do work well together.
Yep. You can tell because you guys are so seamless in the projects you work on together too, like sight unseen and different things. So I noticed that when Chell and I joined, I was like, I really like that.
Yeah.
So thank
And
goodness.
adventurous.
Oh,
you
Sagittarius,
guys
yeah.
like to get out and go and travel and climb a mountain.
Yeah. Travel is super important to a Sagittarius. We don't like to be in one place too long. Yeah, we need to see.
Get out there. Wide horizons.
But my Capricorn at least balances me out a little bit. Otherwise, I'd be way too much.
Yeah, it's the grounding. That's that grounding. And you have that Saturn, that Capricorn energy in your career house. That's your grounding. Otherwise, with your air and your water, you'd just be out there swimming around the ozone.
That's so true, Mama Bev, because that's the only place I feel grounded really is in like my career and my passion of like this and, creatively and stand up and stuff. Everywhere else, I'm just like, yeah. Catch me. Somebody pull me down.
Is there anything else? Do you have any questions about any of this that pops in your head?
It's all so interesting, and I love the Aries tie-in with Shell because that makes so much sense. Do you have any tips for an Aries and then my whole sign and what I can do to be I don't want to be just like, because sometimes I think I can be very like, I need to talk about everything. I need to say everything. And that's not for him. But then sometimes my sensitive side will be like, well, then he doesn't want to talk to me and he doesn't want to talk about this. So I just need to remember that
it's not about you. See that the rising Scorpio, you'd think, well, what, he doesn't want to talk to me. What is it about me?
Yes.
I drive him nuts, whatever. But no, it's about him. There's something in his energy that needs to just be quiet, have some quiet. And you're not always like that.
No.
And you might have to say, okay, now this I really do need to say, if you could just bear with me for a few minutes.
Yeah. That's true. I always knew it was his fault too, Mama Bev. So thank you for reaffirming that. No, but he does. Sometimes he's like, I need a minute to let this soak in. And I'm like, let's talk right now. Now I know you mentioned, just let's talk it out. Well, let's fix everything. You mentioned introverted, where within me, like you're extroverted, but you're
the water signs and the earth signs, those are introverted. Sarah's rising Capricorn, your moon and Mercury being both in Pisces. In fact, your moon is exactly where my sun is in Pisces. That's how close we're connected. And the rising Scorpio. So water signs and earth signs are introspective. They just rather kind of keep it in. But the air part of you and
the fire.
You've got Venus in Aries and Sarah's 5 planets in Sagittarius. That's where you guys have the extrovert energy.
Okay.
That's why I love like when people started saying, I'm an introverted extrovert or I'm an extroverted introvert. And I was like, oh, thank goodness, because that feels better. I'm obviously an extrovert because I'm a Sagittarius. I'm an actress. Like I obviously want to be out there, but I feel like an introvert because I don't always want to be around a lot of people and be the center of attention or whatever. Like I'm very selective about it and I can get exhausted. If I'm in a room full of people, I can get really bombarded by other people's energy and I start to feel even more introverted. So it is it's interesting to see how it all lines up because more than likely we are all probably some sort of balance.
Yeah. And you're that way too with your Pisces energy. You're feeling this stuff. Pisces are very private. So I know there are things that you consider just none of their business.
Yes.
Oh,
right?
Is there something that's none of somebody's business?
I think there are certain things. Like I'm someone who, in my I have a lot of friends, like Mama Bev would say, who will come to me with like all their relationship dirt and tea and stuff. And for me, you'll never hear me going to a friend or anyone and talking about my husband, because that to me, that's our private relationship. And if we need to talk to someone, there's therapists for that.
Yeah.
And I don't ever want I don't want to talk, not that people talk badly about their spouses, but some people need to get it out. But for me, that's such a sacred thing that I'm all positive about Chell, because he's like my heart. So I don't want anyone putting their 2 cents in about my heart. I guess it's that.
I agree. Yeah, I'm the same.
Me too. Oh, well, of course, because I'm a Pisces.
Yeah.
There's a lot that's private for me. I can talk about your chart, but
No, not Mama Bev's chart, not today. That is interesting, because when Sarah mentioned the introvert extrovert, I obviously am very introverted. I'm a stand-up comedian. I do YouTube where, I'm always giving my opinion, but I almost feel like I like it better on my own terms. Now you put me in a situation where I got to go to a party, and before I was a sober person, I would always drink before, because I felt this anxiety because it was going to be so exhausting to just be in a social situation. I didn't realize that about myself until I stopped drinking. Like I was doing that to cover up for all this anxiety I was feeling before I actually had to go out with friends or go to a party. It just made me so anxious, and people assumed you want to be the life of a party, but then there's that expectation on you when you show up that you have to put on a show, and I didn't want to.
Right.
Correct.
You don't always feel like being on.
Yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like you told me at some point in my life that a Pisces moon can become alcoholics.
Pisces energy, and especially moon, because that's your emotions. Pisces, every sign has its sunny side and its not so sunny side. And that Pisces feeling, emotional empath energy, you might not know how to handle that, even the intuition of it, much less other people's feelings too. Some people don't know how to handle the intuition. You get these intuitive knowings or feelings, and so
it's so hard
Pisces
to handle.
enjoy fantasy, too. Escapism. Let's play. Let's go to a movie. And so, sometimes, quite often, let's drink.
Yes.
To escape.
More and more and more drink.
Yeah.
I had there were a lot of alcoholics in my mom and dad's family, their siblings. And so I saw that growing up, and I just never drank. I thought, oh Lord, I might turn into one of them.
Yeah, Mama Bev, that's some good, being able to see that and have that kind of clarity. That's awesome. I love that. And what you said about the movies is, I just told Chell about the pandemic. One of the things I missed the most, and obviously family and stuff, seeing them, but just going to movies, because that's one of my favorite things, is just to escape into a dark theater and just enjoy these fantasy worlds and live in them. And as a kid, I would act out scenes I'd make up in my head in the bathroom mirror.
Well, yeah. I mean, of course, you got to do that
while wearing a wolf shirt. You know what I mean?
Probably her too.
A wolf
shirt.
Oh, the Native American zodiac connects the wolf with Pisces, and I have always been crazy about wolves.
Me too. Wolves and bears. Does bears have any significance to my chart?
I'm not sure. Maybe that bears have something to do with Scorpio or Aquarius. I'm not sure.
Yeah, they must, because I watch way too many bear documentaries. Mama Bev, maybe it's unhealthy.
What about pigs? I like pigs. No?
We're going to have to look that up.
I don't know.
That's interesting. Pigs is interesting.
Yeah, it doesn't sound as glamorous as wolves and bears, but
pigs are very intelligent.
They are.
Oh.
And they're adorable.
Yeah,
that's what that is, Sarah. That's what that is.
My intelligence, is that what it is?
Yeah.
I feel it.
We had a pet pig. Sarah did.
Okay, so
she was a teenager.
We did. Yeah. I loved pigs all my life until my mom finally allowed me to have one. Yeah.
You had a pet pig and we've never talked about this. Is so interesting. I've never known anyone that had a pet pig.
Sarah hasn't talked about.
Remember, I'm private.
About the pig?
I forgot to tell you.
We'll have to send you a picture.
Yeah, we will. We've got pictures.
Did the pig have a name?
Eli.
Oh, that's so precious. Yes, please send me a picture.
He was the cutest. He was a great pet. I highly recommend pigs to everybody.
Miranda has joined the chat. Honestly, Honecker, our friend and fellow YouTuber, says, I love narwhals. Does that fit into my Virgo, Libra, Virgo chart?
Oh, I bet it does.
What's a narwhal?
Miranda, we have to look that up. But I love that you're a Virgo, Libra, Virgo.
Oh,
I know that you're married to a Scorpio and your daughter's a Scorpio. Is that correct, Miranda?
Because Miranda, Mama Bev, she is our friend and fellow YouTuber, and she's so into astrology. And so I always say she needs to talk to you and Sarah because she like knows stuff too. Where I was like, oh, Miranda, you're smart at this too.
Miranda knows her stuff.
Yeah, and she loves it.
Narwhals, the wolves, the bear. That would be more in line with Native American systems. Mm-hmm. So that would look that up, but that's very interesting.
She said she's surrounded by Scorpio, so her daughter and her husband, while she's a Virgo, Libra, Virgo chart.
Wow, that's such a that's a lot of sensitive energy. Virgo and Libra.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Mm-hmm. That's a lot of sensitive. Virgos are very sensitive. Libras will notice when something's not balanced,
out of balance,
a bit out of whack. Way before anybody else.
Yeah.
It'll feel like a crisis or a catastrophe to them, and the rest of us haven't even noticed.
Mm-hmm. Wow, that's so interesting. My mom keeps commenting. She loves this. She says, very interesting. I could listen to this forever. She was saying before, I love Mama Bev. What's so interesting about my mom is she's a Scorpio, and people have heard that before, like just random people. They're like, oh, your mom must be horrible. And I'm like, actually, my mom is the best person I know. So she must have in her chart all these other like moon, suns, things, houses that because people are just like, oh, Scorpios, they're unforgiving and all this stuff.
Yeah, Scorpios get a bad rap. Scorpio is the one sign in the zodiac that actually has two symbols. It's people think of the scorpion. The scorpion is, runs around on the earth, on the ground, and it will sting you before you have a chance to step on and squash it. It's kind of reactive like that and trying to preserve self. However, it also has the symbol of the eagle. Oh, and that's that up above it all, the big view, the large, big picture, and a bird's eye view. So it's kind of like the sunny side and the not so sunny side. Just the higher vibration of the Scorpio. It doesn't seem to be known as much as people pick up on the scorpion. That's more dramatic. Although Scorpios do have a very dramatic energy and intensity, which a lot of people can't handle. They go, "Oh, that Scorpio, that's more than I can handle." It is intense. It is deep.
But they're passionate and they go for what they want, There's some qualities that you really have to respect.
And that's something you and Sarah both have in common, Joleen, is you guys are driven by your heart's passion. Mm-hmm. You connect there.
Yay, which also makes sense why I understand my mom, because I feel those same feelings. And so I totally understand that. But Miranda's saying, I love Scorpios. They have a bad reputation, but I've never met a bad Scorpio. They're amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. Many times when someone with strong Scorpio energy is saying something to you, you'll notice you're getting intense and all involved in something and you'll notice the person you're talking to takes a step back. Oh. And that's how you'll notice, I'm coming across a lot stronger than I knew or that I realized, because some people don't know what to do with that level of intensity. It depends on if they've got any Scorpios somewhere in their chart.
Yeah.
Not everyone's built for it. I know not everyone can handle me.
Yeah.
That's the way it is, people.
Sagittarius, that's a fireball sitting right here.
Her new nickname is Fireball. I love it. I can totally get it because I've been way too intense for people my whole life. And that exact thing you described as people stepping back. So many, when I moved to LA, I didn't realize, I don't know what their signs are, but there was a lot of maybe people who are, maybe kind of protecting themselves and things. Yeah. And so I'll be very like, yeah, this. And then they're just like, whoa, yeah, that's a lot. And I'm like, no. This is so fun. And I love everyone's comments in the chat here. We have someone saying, I'm an Aquarius, Cancer, Sag.
Oh, wow. Look at that. She's kind of the combo between, or he, I don't know, between
air,
the two of you.
And fire. That's a great combo.
Yeah.
It's nice to have a little bit of other stuff.
Yeah. Everything is somewhere. I mean, everybody has all the planets.
Miranda's mother-in-law is Sag with a Leo moon. Oh, that's a lot of fire.
Now that's some fire.
Yeah.
I wonder what my mother-in-law is.
It could be a lot of fun, but it could also be a lot about that person.
Interesting.
A lot of fun, a lot of play.
Lady Di said Scorpios make for good Big Brother players.
Now, I wonder why. That would be interesting. I mean, they're definitely going to go for it. They're going to play because they're going to want it and they're going to go for it.
Yeah, the drive.
Yeah.
Very intense.
But yeah, they would, I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like Sagittarius are really good gamers.
Well, Maya's saying what Mama Bev said about Libra is so true. I am intuitive and can read the energy in the room.
Mm-hmm. And you'll notice when it's out of balance.
Yes. Well, very sensitive.
Mm-hmm.
And our sweet little Faithy is Aries, Leo, Sag.
I know. Ooh. Faith, girl, you are nothing but fire right there.
Fire going on.
Everyone take a step back right there. That's a lot.
That's a powerful woman right there.
And I say that as someone with a lot of fire.
Yeah.
Fire recognize fire.
Yeah.
That is so awesome. I'm loving that people are sharing and that people know.
I know. I love it. So yeah, if you can figure out at least your sun, moon, and rising, that'll help you a lot. And if you are reading horoscopes, read all three of them because you're going to
see which one fits you the best. The only way you can get your rising sign is if you know your time of birth, the city and state and the time of birth.
To know exactly where the sun was at the horizon.
Yes.
Exactly when you're born.
So the houses, you have to know these houses because the rising sign is the cusp of the very first house. Wow. And you don't know the houses without the time of birth and place.
That's so interesting because I was wondering when Sarah said you have to know your place and your time. I'm like, what does all that have to do with it? But now it's making sense.
Yeah. It's really like a snapshot.
And you can get a lot of information just if you don't know the time. And but you get more. The more input, the more output, Yeah.
So Mama Bev, if people are interested in learning more about are you available for hire? Like, can people pay you for your services to get their full? Because I know Nana's going to want to be sending you some money for her chart. Yes. I want to buy it for her, actually.
This is what Mama Bev does for a living. This is what she does. Her website is BeverlyLavender.com. BeverlyLavender.com.
Mods, if you don't mind putting that into the chat, I will love you forever, but I'll love you forever regardless. But BeverlyLavender.com.
Yes. And that's got basically all the information. You can schedule appointments with her. We just got her on Instagram.
Which I don't know much to know what to do.
We're working on it. So there's only a few posts, but you can also check out Beverly Lavender on IG.
Yes.
Someone had taken Beverly Lavender, you guys.
What? Well, that's Mama Bev's. Like, we need to find out who took. That's not right.
I lowered the price because of this whole pandemic thing. You know, so many people are out of work. And
look, she's a Pisces. She's gonna work with you.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I got to make sure I'm following Mama Bev. I feel like I am, but I got to double check. Yes, I'm definitely. Yeah, I'm following you, Mama Bev. We're friends. Okay. I had to make sure. I'm like, I've seen Mama Bev, but I know you don't post a lot. So
we're working on it. We're learning, and we're working on it. I'm trying to
young. I'm not young like you guys.
No, you're young, Mama Bev. You're young, beautiful, and you have so much knowledge to share with the world. And I think right now, a lot of this, too, can really help people understand who they are, where they sit in the world, because even the astrology minutes that the updates you give us each week, it explains so much about the current state and like moves we should be making and things I've never really thought of, because in the past, I've kind of been like, oh, okay, I don't really get astrology, so I just guess I won't learn anything about it.
Yeah, I literally, if I'm like, this day, or I'm like, oh, that's this day, I'm like, what, Mom?
What's happening?
Where are the planets? Why? I do that all the time.
Yeah.
Real quick though, something's coming up?
Yeah, Monday we have a new moon.
Okay.
And Cancer. That means the sun and the moon both are in the same spot in Cancer, and it happens to be sitting exactly opposite Saturn, which is sitting on my moon. And I've been crying like crazy for days. And I'm thinking, what is wrong with me? It's like sun and moon in Cancer. It's such a feeling water sign.
Mm-hmm. So if everybody's crying,
that's why.
From now till Monday, just know it'll go away.
Yeah. You're not crazy.
Yeah.
Even me.
Oh, especially you.
Well, me and my mom did a live yesterday, and we both were feeling a little like emotional and kind of off, and so that explains a lot. Mm-hmm.
And astrology is so wonderful to help you get to know you.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And I just think that's key to know and understand and love yourself.
Yes.
That is key. Like you can never, there's always a benefit knowing more. I mean, Sarah, this explains so much about you learning more about Mama Bev. I mean, just having such an intuitive, like wonderful spirit like Mama Bev in your life. This is really, I'm not going to cry, but it's real beautiful. It's real beautiful.
Cry.
Thanks, Mama Bev, for validating my tears.
Especially over the next couple days. Really get it out.
Yeah.
Cry it up.
Yeah.
And when we get off of the air, Sarah can cry.
Right. See, that's private.
I want Beverly to come back more often. Mama Bev, would you come back more often to talk to us? Because this is great. I love how she just now knows us both so well. Like you can cry, Jolene, a River, and Sarah, you cry off the air because you're private. Mm-hmm. So beautiful. So we got it in the chat. You guys, Nancy put the link in there. So it's beverlylavender.com. I'll actually add it to the description of this video once we're off air. So you can go to Mama Bev's website and get your reading. And I'm definitely going to send you one for Chell and my mom. So new business coming your way, Mama Bev.
Okay.
This was so great. We're coming up on the top of the hour. Sarah, did you have any? I know you said you might have a good news story.
I do, but I know we've filled up the time. So
so I think we can come back next week with news stories. We just wanted our 10th episode, you guys, to be just so special. And we appreciate you so much, Mama Bev, bringing this whole new aspect to our podcast that we really love and that our listeners have been responding very well, because I didn't know there were so many people who were dying to talk about astrology, but
they
are.
To them.
Yes. We love to have you back. I love how Mama Bev has a colorful necklace on. So do I, with the silver chain. We're both like,
she made it.
My niece made this.
How fun.
Oh, that's so cute.
Fun.
Mama Bev, do you have an Etsy store?
No, I took an art class. I mean, I took a class with an artist friend of mine back in Florida, and she had each one of us make something.
That's gorgeous.
And I just love it. So when she watches this, she'll be able to see the necklace that I made with her.
That's gorgeous. Well, just so, you can always open an Etsy store because I would buy that necklace, just so you know. I also like to buy things. Is that in my moons and houses and things shopping?
Scorpios love it.
Scorpio says, I want what I want, and
so I will buy
George,
it.
I'm going to have it.
That's, this is getting more and more interesting. As my mom just said, please come back. That was my mom's thing. She was like, if you're ever feeling sad, just go get yourself a fresh new outfit and you'll feel better. Like if I was like sad about school, she's like, let's go to Kohl's and we'll get you a fresh outfit. You feel good about yourself. You feel fresh. And that's our thing. We love Kohl's Cash and shopping. And
a great mom right there.
Yes, Sarah and I are so lucky to have both have wonderful mothers. And yes, we want to have you back, Mama Bev. Thank you everyone for joining in. Seth says, yay for 10 episodes. Sarah, can you believe it?
I'm so excited.
I know. This podcast just seems to be getting more and more fun. And
we're having fun.
We are having fun, and I think everyone else is too, and everyone that's joining us. And yeah, don't worry, Mom. My mom's like, I'm going on Mama Bev's website. I would love a reading. Nana, I want to buy it for you because you work so hard. I want to treat you like a lady. So, Mama Bev, thank you so much.
Thank you,
and thank you for bringing Sarah into the world. Like, thank you so much.
Yeah,
my pleasure.
So you guys, we are going to sign off, but make sure you rate and review us on iTunes, give this video a thumbs up, and leave your comments after the fact, after this video posts. We would love to hear from you and what you thought. And thank you so much. You guys have a wonderful rest of your Saturday. Bye. And we're ending.